Well, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening, whichever it is, wherever you're at around the world. Ah, Roger, Wing Chun Chicken. It's my first time doing a video like this. Never done a live one before. Seriously, doubt anybody's really going to see it, which is fine. But at least I'll have this out there also. But yes, I wanted to start a new segment called Sifu Says. It's something I've been wanting to do for a while. My Sifu knows about it, and we've talked about it, and different things that we wanted to put out there. First thing I wanted to put out there was uh, one thing that Sifu had always mentioned uh, since day one that I started. It was footwork. Footwork is the key to any legitimate martial art. Uh, there's plenty of bad actors out there, plenty of people who say they're grandmasters of whatever, uh, but in reality, yeah, you got plenty out there that McDojo Life puts out there. Shout out to Rob from McDojo Life. I do follow him, watch plenty of his videos, and I see a lot of bad people down there. God, they're horrible. But footwork. Footwork is the key to any legitimate martial art. It's one thing that Sifu has always stressed to us in all of our classes, right from the very beginning. He'll tell you straight up, hey, if you have good footwork and good hand work, then you're actually going to be very hard to beat. You can be great. You can have great footwork and great handwork. That's fine. That's great too. But in reality, I'd say more than 80%, 85% of any martial artists out there is going to have good hands and good footwork. And if you have those, you're going to be very, very hard to beat. The only ones that are going to have anything better than that are the higher degree black belts, fourth, fifth degree black belts, masters, grandmasters. Those guys are going to have those guys are going to be spot on every time. Got plenty of we got about three fourth degree black belts in our class, and dear God, they're good. You watch them; they're phenomenal. These guys are just awesome. The footwork, the hands, their movement, it flows. And the only one that's actually shown to be better was Sifu. Just watching him do some of the forms is just incredible. It just looks like just flowing water when he does it. Even when he's doing showing us a little Tai Chi, or even some Muay Thai in Taekwondo, and these are other things that he knows also. So he's not a one-trick pony and just Wing Chun and that's it. He's been into Wing Chun. He's been doing Wing Chun since 1982, very long time. He's been in the martial arts for more than 50 years. Now, he's a great guy, down to earth, smart. This guy knows his shit, no doubt. He is very good. He knows his history. He knows the techniques. If he teaches you other martial arts, he doesn't just teach you the movements like Wing Chun, just like he does in Wing Chun. He will show you how to use it in actual self-defense settings. Everything. When we first start in Wing Chun, our class, you start out learning some of the basics, Tan Sao and attack, Bong Sao, Gon Sao, simple little things. But at the same time, he's going to teach you a little bit of Western boxing. So it's not just a simple, here's what you can use. He shows you how to box. So when you're doing this, you're also learning proper boxing. When you're coming in, bring the hand back for guard. You're also bringing the hand in, twist, like a normal boxer, and everything that he does. You can look at Ip Man 3, perfect example with when he's fighting Mike Tyson. And a lot of those punches we learn. He teaches us those, the proper footwork on how to throw that punch properly, including the footwork, which brings it right back around to good footwork. And he does critique you on it. So, and when you throw that punch towards the person that you're with, and one guy's your good guy, he's doing the Wing Chun. The other guy's the bad guy, he's doing the boxing. And the bad guy is supposed to come in and aim for the nose, slow, because you're just starting to learn. So it's a very slow process. You start slow, and you work your way up in speed, and you're going to get close, and that's what you want. You want to be able to, once you extend that fist out, you want to be able to touch that person's nose. That's how close you want to get. And at the same time, the other guy that's going to block that, he's going to come in and what we call tan sao and da. So yes, he's going to come in kind of slow at first, along with advancing step. So what you're doing is good footwork, and he will critique you on it and help you make corrections on your footwork. And there's been a lot of times where I'm out there and I'll be in the class and I will help. I'll help out. I'm just a first degree black belt in Wing Chun. I've been working on my second degree for a little bit. I need to get a little more active into that part and finish off my second degree. But he has me out there helping out everybody, including other first degree black belts who have just gotten their belt, or they're just about to get their belt. So he's having me go in and help them with their forms, like Sunum Tao, try to help them correct a lot of that, or BUG, and help them correct their movements in their forms. And again, footwork is a huge part of all of that. Then you've got some of the really bad martial arts out there, the woo-woo, mystical, no-touch knockouts and things of that nature, or some people where it's just BS. It really is. It sucks. It sucks that people are out there like that making money, but you're limited on what you could do. All you could do is do like McDojo Life does, like Rob. He'll put it out there. And again, shout out to Rob, McDojo Life. You're awesome, dude. Really appreciate your content out there and doing a great job. There was one video that I just watched not long ago, dealing with Tappy. This guy does Filipino martial arts, and Filipino Kali is one of them. And I recognize a lot of Filipino Kali that he was doing because my Sifu learned Filipino Kali. He learned the whole curriculum from Dan Inosanto. And he's, my Sifu is legit. When it comes to his martial arts, he is legit. The people that he learned from, real grandmasters in their art. Like Wing Chun, he started out with Grandmaster Lung Ting. They parted ways, not on good terms, and that's fine. I can understand that. When I started with this, I done some research on Grandmaster Lung Ting, and yeah, every single comment I heard about Grandmaster Lung Ting was, he is the biggest, most egotistical man you will ever meet, but his kung fu is good, really good. And it's true. It's been proven over and over again. There's plenty of people out there that, like Emin Boz-Tepe, big names that will back that 100% and show it that it does work. Not all, I won't say all Wing Chun will work. It just depends on the instructor. A lot of it depends on the instructor and the student. Because if you don't have a good instructor, the student's really not going to learn. and they're not going to learn the right way of doing things and so on. And there was a point when even when I was starting it, I'd say it was about halfway to my black belt, and I felt like I plateaued. I felt like I was missing something. Something didn't feel right. My forms didn't feel right. Even though he was showing us how to do it correctly, I just felt like I was doing it wrong. There's subtle little things in there that I was missing. And I started doing private lessons with him. And that's when he started making a lot of my corrections and fixing things, and I got really, really good. It's amazing on how much that helped. But at the same time, when I first started doing private lessons, he started teaching me Filipino Kali, a little stick fighting, starting out with the one stick and going through a certain form. So it was more of trying to go through all the different motions for the first setup. And then he started getting into two sticks, where we would be going through a drill, the heaven six. You go through heaven, ground, and then common, high, mid, low. And going through doing all six movements, from 3 on the left, 3 on the right. And it would be slow, trying to figure it out. I fumbled it a lot at first, but this is where I say that guy was legit, 100%. And just knowing what little I know of Filipino Kali from Sifu. But yeah, it's good. But you learn different things. And then we started out slow, working sticks together. I got some of the videos on there from that when he was first teaching me Filipino Kali, where we were going slow. I was fumbling it. I was messing it up bad. And after 10 private lessons with him, we got up to what I call Sifu speed, where he would normally, if I'm working with someone else, he tells me to slow down because I have a tendency of speeding up with other people and not realizing that they're not there yet. Even some of the guys who have practiced the Filipino Kali much longer than I have, I still have to slow down for them because they're not used to working one-on-one with Sifu. And yeah, Sifu speed is, holy crap, you got to pay attention to what you're doing or you're going to get smacked. But yes, he's very good at what he does. And yes, Filipino Kali is legit and it works. And yeah, I've used it once and it works. Believe me, it works. And with our Wing Chun, the way he teaches us, he has got plenty of examples of how well it works just by talking about other people's experiences, things where issues where they've run into. One guy back, hitting someone in the back, rear-ended someone. It wasn't very hard. It was a very light tap. Didn't even scratch the paint. But the other guy that he hit got out of the car, just flipping mad, and he ended up coming straight on to our guy, and our guy was a second-degree black belt at the time. And the first thing he did was what we call a thrust kick, where you bring that foot up and extend on someone's kneecap. And he did that. And that guy went down. And Sifu only asked 2 questions when he went to the class and explained what happened. One, what did it sound like? The guy said it sounded like like when you grab a chicken leg and just rip it off of the chicken, and it's just cartilage and the snapping of cartilage and muscle and everything else. It's really nasty sound. And Sifu's other question was, what did it sound like when he fell down? He said it sounded like a 50-pound sack of potatoes. It's just thump. That was it. One move, done. And it's unfortunate he had to go to that extreme, but there's lots of other examples. 11-year-old girl whose friend was being attacked by a 16-year-old boy. I mean, my God. Yeah, it happened. She explained it to everybody in the class, the whole thing. And it was about a week after it actually happened. But yeah, lots and lots of examples that he has from other people in our class, either current students or former students. People who had to leave the class because work, or because they moved off to another place. Maybe we work different shifts, so they're not able to go to the class. Lots of other things. Life happens. School. One of the guys in our class who got up to black belt, and he had to leave because he was going to school to be a doctor. He became a doctor, and he moved out of state or out of town to one of the major cities to go practice medicine there. While he was there, he learned wushu, which is just Shaolin Kung Fu, and he got really good. And with that, and him and his friend out there and where he was at, who was a teacher in Shaolin Kung Fu, they started a school out there. So then after a while, after quite a few years, he finally moved back here, and now he's back in the class. He's now a 4th degree black belt and Wing Chun, and this guy is freaking good. Holy crap. And everything that Sifu is talking about, that medical wise, shots to the carotid artery, the vagus nerve, shots to the throat, eye gouges, he verifies. He's like, yes, that you hit someone at this point and do this, yes, it's gonna end their day. They're not going to be happy. They are not going to be a happy camper after that. And different ways of actually knocking people out. 2 thumbs to the carotid artery on each side, and after 5 seconds, that person will go down, out cold, guaranteed. But yeah, getting a little off topic on that part. Yeah, lots of things that I have learned that are really good. And he doesn't just teach Wing Chun. He does also teach Filipino Kali. He teaches Tai Chi. He's actually told me he wanted to start teaching Shaolin Kung Fu again and doing swords, which is cool. But yes, he's got a black belt in Wing Chun and Taekwondo. And we've got a lot of people in our class that are former Taekwondo. I'd say most of them are black. I believe most are black belts. I think there's only like 2 that were not black belts in Taekwondo. But we got everybody from 1st degree all the way up to 4th degree black belts in Taekwondo, and they're in our class. They quit Taekwondo and got into our class and are really good. But yeah, I know I got a little off from the footwork half, but yes, I just want to at least start this whole thing. This is my first blog, or my first live video of this. I'm never expecting anybody up on here or anything, which is fine. It is what it is, and I'm just starting out. I don't have very many subscribers or anything, which is fine. I'm just trying to put something out there to help. I also do. I'm also an automotive mechanic. Been an automotive mechanic for 38 years. Aviation mechanic. I've been doing aviation. I've been working in aviation as a mechanic and ops analyst for 18 years. So I got a lot more experience than just one thing. I've got plenty of experience on a lot of different things. Electrical, home electrical, plumbing. I've done all the work on our house and all, but yeah, this is I just wanted to try something new, throw out a little bit of Sifu Says. And a little, make it sound a little like Simon Says, but with Sifu. But yes, as I progress and learn more about YouTube and how to do these videos, I'll get better at it. I'll learn the tips and tricks and how to edit and add add things and so on. And in the meantime, I'm throwing out lots of shorts, lots of short videos with our chickens and our turkeys and whatnot, and showing you a little bit of one of my projects in the kitchen with doing the crown molding at the top of the counters. Looks pretty good so far. I just finished staining the other half, all the pieces I need for the other half of the kitchen. So tomorrow I got to let those dry, and then tomorrow I'm going to go ahead and start installing those. But yeah, I wanted to throw something like that out. I already talked to Sifu about doing some videos in the class, and also I'll try to get some of that in if I can too. I know usually we're pretty busy doing things, but yeah, I'll probably get a couple other guys on there just to kind of throw their 2 cents in and other things. Maybe one of the other instructors, so we can have other people in and say hi and let them kind of explain a little bit more also, that are a little more knowledgeable of this in the Wing Chun half. And who knows, maybe, just maybe, I can get Sifu on video other than old video. Maybe get him on here to say something, just quick video or something. But he is not like social media at all. He's got a Facebook account. That's it. He doesn't put anything on there other than one thing he did, which is really cool. That was called the Great Wing Chun Wars. And yeah, that was a very interesting read. That was very well written. He knows his stuff, no doubt. But hopefully I can get on here to do more live streams, maybe on a weekend, it's Friday or Saturday or Sunday when I get a chance. I'm usually really busy just doing stuff around the house. But yeah, other than that, I'd say thank you much. And we keep this kind of short for today. And thank you much. If you've viewed this video, awesome. Like, subscribe if you want, but anything would be nice. And I'll make a comment or two. And you guys have a